Hey, I'm Streezy, and I'm here to tell you what's happening on X. The talk of X this morning was Warner Bros. Discovery's president, David Zaslav, because the discussion of canceling the already made Coyote vs. Acme film has come up again. So the movie is already done, it's tested really well in multiple audience screenings, and when its cancellation is even mentioned, there's a public outcry. So why is it being trashed? Well, the Wrap reports that the 4 Warner Bros. Executives that are responsible for cutting the film haven't even seen the finished version. Some saw a director's cut, while another saw the first audience preview, and as for David Zaslav, he didn't even see it at all. And so this is leading fans to believe that Warner Bros. Is making bad calls under his regime, like with them tossing the $90 million Batgirl movie. And not all hope was lost either. Other platforms offered deals, but supposedly Warner Bros. Wouldn't budge in negotiations. It's also hashtag National Pizza Day. The cool thing about this holiday is you have an excuse to eat pizza. But the worst thing is nowhere is even really offering any deals. Like National Donut or Ice Cream Day do way better than this. Come on now. Happy Lunar New Year also trending with that beginning this weekend. And this year it is the Year of the Dragon. Usher trending for his concert tickets selling out immediately. It's not a surprise, but people felt like there might not have been that many there in the first place, because they kept everybody waiting in the queue without any tickets left. So whether it was Ticketmaster or Usher, people are a little upset. People were discussing Dan Goldman, a New York representative, pretty much only because he went on CNN Live and the reporter was discussing President Biden's memory lapses and getting details incorrect in his speeches, to which Goldman replies that President Biden is, quote, sharper than anyone I've spoken to, referencing speaking on the phone with him a few months back. So basically, everyone is just spreading this clip like wildfire. Poland is also being brought into the conversation due to some things that Vladimir Putin said in his interview with Tucker Carlson. The translation tells us, he says, why did World War II start on September 1st, 1939 in Poland? Because they didn't want to negotiate, so Hitler had no other choice but to bring his plans to life in Poland. They overplayed and forced Hitler to start World War II by invading them. So people aren't taking it too well because they see the word forced, like Hitler couldn't control himself and it was Poland's fault that World War II began because they didn't want to be conquered or invaded. However, certain articles point out, and I think it's important to remember this when it comes to language translations or different cultures, is that certain translations don't use the word forced, including the voiceover translation we hear in the video from Carlson Network. But the transcript does say the Russian word used can be translated as forced or compelled. But sometimes other languages have fewer words at their disposal, so sometimes a word's meaning can depend on the context. So really, we have to know how Putin speaks, the Russian culture, and the kind of attitude they have about it to really get the full picture. Or at least, watch more of the interview to get a better understanding. I've reposted the video you can watch on X. And then MSNBC and Hillary Clinton are the subject, as the former First Lady headed to the mainstream media network to express her feelings about the Vladimir Putin interview. The reporter refers to Tucker Carlson as the first American, I'll say journalist, to interview Putin since the war on Ukraine began. What does that tell you, she laughs, about Tucker Carlson and right-wing media, and also Vladimir Putin? And Hillary says, it shows me what we've all known. He's what's called a useful idiot. And she says the Russian media is making fun of him. She also goes on to say she would not be surprised if he came out of this with a Russian media outlet contract, given how many American outlets he's been fired from, and that they'll use him to lie about what Putin wants because he's already in the habit of saying things that aren't true. And then later brings up Trump's relationship with Putin as well, seemingly alluding that they're all conspiring together. I'll post the clip, tell me what you think. Whew, that was a lot of big ones today, and I'm sure there will be more over the weekend, so make sure you're following on X for more updates. Bye!